Hi everyone, welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Happy Tuesday to you all, and how are you guys doing today? Oh boy, I wanted to get on here a little bit earlier than this, but I am here, guys. Just another busy day, but not as busy as it normally has been because I'm trying to, um, how do you say it, move some things around so that I can be here a little bit earlier. But once I get a set time, I will let you guys know. So, guys, I hope all is well. I hope you're doing well and that these messages are resonating with you and helping you with your own situations as it has me, as it has done with me. Because these are personal things and situations that happened to me. And I talk about ways that I overcame them and still healing from them. So, guys, never stop healing. Don't give up on yourself. Keep going. If you fall down like we do, you get up and you keep going. You don't just stay down. And never, never allow people to make you feel less than zero or keep you down. So, with that being said, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a social worker or a counselor, just someone who speaks from everything that happened with me and how I'm still getting through. So, let's get into this topic of discussion, guys. The title is A Broken Mind, A Broken Life. Once again, a broken mind, a broken life. A broken mindset, guys, will allow us to accept less than we deserve. If we stay and allow ourselves to be in a broken mindset, we will always get less than what we deserve. And I had to learn how to change that mindset, how to reset it so that it doesn't stay broken in a place of brokenness. When we accept less than what we deserve, we invite in the toxic situations and circumstances in our life. You know how sometimes you have a toxic and abusive situation, you finally lay it to rest, you get a break, and then you meet someone else, they're just as toxic as the person that you left behind. Well, sometimes we have to look at our situation from a different perspective, as I did, because I was attracting a lot of narcissistic individuals. I have them in my family, I grew up with them. And, I grew up with this broken mindset of being subservient to other people while putting my needs and wants on a back burner. And I had that mindset for since I was a child. And I had to learn to heal first and then change that mindset for the better. I remember a time that I stayed in a toxic relationship because I believed that love would change the situation for the better. I always thought also back then that I can change people for the better no matter how broken they was. But guys, you can bring folks to the water, but you can't make them drink. So I was going back and forth with this situation, with this ex as they played these mind games, games of illusion, gaslighting, lit with lies and betrayal, back and forth. And it got to the point where this ex had told someone on the phone, oh, some of the things bragging about what was done to me. And then had the audacity to say, oh, she's not going anywhere. Please, this girl ain't going nowhere. She'll be here forever. When I heard that part of the conversation, I knew things had to change. If it felt like being put on a shelf until it was time to play again. You know how somebody likes to play around, they put you on a shelf, they go play with other folks for a while, then they come back and dust you off, take you off the shelf, play with you a little bit, put you back on the shelf, go back and do whatever. Well, I stayed in this situation until it became a deal breaker. So one day when this ex came back, to take me off the shelf again, to play with me, I wasn't there because I was gone. That it became a deal breaker. You know, I have a little bit of notes here, so that, because sometimes, I would get off of the video and say, oh, I should have said this and that. So sometimes I have notes, other times I don't. But getting back to this, guys, I never understood why someone would think that I would stay forever to play these damn games, back and forth, in and out, round and about. Because you're playing with people's emotions, their mind, their feelings, everything. And it's not funny. It's not a game. Do unto others as you want done unto you, And people need to feel that, know what that feels like when they do these things to other people. You see, I was given this ex all of the chances to do the right thing, and kept saying to myself, it'll get better. It'll get better. But like I said before, you can bring someone to the water, but you can't make them drink. They have to have a desire within themselves to want to change for the better, to do the right thing. And if some folks don't want to do the right thing, you can stand on your head, jump up and down. They're never going to change for the better. They have to have that desire to do so. And if they don't, they're never going to change. And I got to see it never happen. Healing from this situation was very painful, but necessary. But what I said in prior videos, including the one yesterday, people, life is lessons. People come into our life for a reason, season, lifetime, or a lesson. And for me, unlearned lessons. And unlearned lessons can be very painful, because when you repeat them, when it comes back around, it's worse than the time before. And it gets worse and worse until we sit down and look at the situation from a different perspective, like I did, and say, why is this repeating itself? What's happening here? And then when I realized toxic situations, I was attracting a lot of narcissistic individuals, and I had to change things for the better. And one of the ways I did that, after reflecting on it, is to say no to things that are not for my highest good, not to ignore the red flags. Because, you can see situations, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic connection. It could be family situation. It could be friends that we grew up with. When we see very red flags in situations, and people say things and do things specifically to hurt us, when someone show us who they are, believe them. Don't do like I do, making excuses, or she's just having a bad day, or he's, family member and blah, blah. Don't make excuses for it. When someone shows you that, that's a red flag. Listen to your intuition, because it'll never, ever lead you down the wrong track. Your intuition will show you. You get that sick feeling, twisted feeling inside. Listen to that. Listen to what it's trying to tell you. Because if you don't, you could go down the wrong track with wrong individuals, and, and get a lesson in pain. And I had to learn to stop attracting these type of individuals. And one of the ways I did is to set boundaries. Set boundaries with toxic individuals. Set boundaries with people who want to just disrespect you. And, in my case, a lot of times I just had to cut off, block, and delete, because people were just getting, ridiculous. And what doesn't break you will make you stronger. I promise you guys that. It's not easy, but in certain situations where people just want to use you up like a doormat, I had to say no. It's not happening. It's not happening anymore. No, I'm not being subservient to the needs and wants of others. No, I choose myself. I choose myself, God, peace. Because as you take care of yourself and make that a priority, you self-care, self-love, and you spend time doing things that's important to you, you're taking care of your physical and mental health. You're not running around doing this A, B, C, and D for this one over there while your needs are on a back burner. I used to resent that, but do it anyway because that's the mindset I was in. And then I started to realize that none of my needs were being met and nobody cared about that. And that's what, really set me on the healing as well, the healing journey. Okay, they're going to have to carry their own burdens while I go over here and heal. And it's okay for you to spend time alone to yourself. It's okay to put yourself first. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're being selfish. We all need that. That's why, when people work many hours and don't take a vacation, they start to feel overwhelmed. It's just like a computer needs to be rebooted from time to time. So we need a break, where you go and you take a vacation, and when you come back, you feel recharged and you can get back to work. When it comes to toxic people and situations, we need a break from that. And the way I get a break is to set boundaries. Set strong boundaries with people who don't understand why you need time to yourself. Set those boundaries so that you can stay focused on yourself and your healing. Because some people are not going to understand that, especially those who want to use you up as they used to, Stay in prayer, ask God to help you because, without God, this wasn't happening for me. Learn to love yourself and not to say you're not worth it. Learn to know your worth. Self-love will teach you that. As you spend time self-caring, taking care of your needs, and you start to self-care, you start to self-love, and then you see what your worth is. And things that are not for your highest good, you leave them behind. Never settle for something just because you're lonely and just because, because it can open doors to toxicity. So set boundaries, guys, and keep doing you. Take time. If you love music like me, Roses, just went to the gym. So don't mind me if I stutter a little bit because I'm tired. I was at the gym, besides work this morning. So, and I'm having some tea here, like a little time out. So, guys, keep self-caring. I'm determined to get to the gym. I didn't want to go today. I just didn't feel like it, but I forced myself. But I didn't stay as long as I normally do. But I, got there and worked out. So do things, put things on your schedule, that you want to do for you. And take that time for you. Don't let anyone make you feel guilty. Remember, when we change our mindset, and when I say change our mindset, meaning we hand people back their burdens and not have them, put that on our plate. Let people eat from their own plate while you take care of the needs and wants on your own plate, on your plate. And there's nothing wrong with that. And if they feel some kind of way, that's their problem. They'll get over it. If not, oh well, keep those boundaries up, guys. Remember, you are worth it. And never let anyone make you feel like you belong at the bottom of the barrel. When you do the work and you feel better, you're going to want to take care of yourself, because as you do that, you eventually start to feel that inner peace. And once you get to the point of inner peace, you're unbothered by the noise, the burdens, and what somebody else wants. And you probably ask yourself, why did I, do this for this long and forget about my needs? But one day at a time, one step at a time. I know that's what I ask myself. And people who want to come back, who want to bring those burdens to my table, I don't even have any words for it today. I just ignore and keep moving, keep going. Never give up on yourself, guys. Know, if you don't hear anything else in this video, know your worth. Know you are worth more than settling for toxic situations and people. Set those boundaries so that you can stay focused on you. That's the message today, guys. Thank you for being here. I'm going to do another video and it'll be posted for tomorrow because I'm going to be busy. But keep going, guys. And I want to be here to uplift you every day, even if it's for 10 minutes in some of these videos, but to uplift you so that you know that you are worth it, guys, and you don't have to settle. And also, guys, subscribe to the channel, invite others here. I'm here Monday through Friday. Look at those links I posted as well. If some of you suffer with not being able to sleep well at night or a little bit of anxiety, you know, as I talk to you guys, I have tea. Not chamomile during the day because I'll fall asleep. But, you know, this is like free, um, stress-free immune tea. And then at night I have chamomile before I go to bed. And then I have like lavender essential oil and a humidifier, and it helps me sleep. I slept so well last night until I heard all that wind, raging wind, half the night. But it helps, guys. Things that help you feel better and do better, do that, guys. Take care of yourself. Don't feel guilty about that. Well, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time, okay? Have a great day, guys. Bye for now.